Yeah. Oscar week is a huge week, but for you, it's even bigger. Right now, you are celebrating the nominations of Nebraska. Can you tell us a little bit about what this all feels like?
Surreal. you know, um, it's my first kind of like big time. One hitting the Oscars. Sideways was nominated, and I did do all the circuits too, but I didn't get to go around and do all that stuff. So this is kind of my first time going around and doing it.
And is it overwhelming?
It's not overwhelming. It's flattering. It's flattering. It's exciting. It's awe-inspiring because the amazing stuff that is out there that you just don't know about that's out there, and you get to kind of be firsthand and now get to see it. It's kind of fun.
Now, your character, I don't want to pronounce it wrong, Noelle?
Noelle.
Can you tell my viewers a little bit about who she is?
She is a girl or woman, girl, I would say, who just wants to have a guy, just like any other guy, make a commitment. She's somebody who works in a bank, or she works in an office. She loves Will, the character, the Will Forte's character, but he just won't make that commitment. And just like every other girl out there in America, she just wants to have some kind of finality. She wants to have a commitment. She wants to be with that person and spend the rest of her life. And at some point, when it doesn't happen, you just kind of have to make that decision and go. And I think that's what she did. She finally put her foot down and said, "You're not giving me what you want. So until you can do that, I'm out of here."
Good for her, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you're reading through a script before the audition, how do you decide how you're going to portray that character in the audition process?
A lot of it has to do with pulling from reality, pulling from yourself, pulling from past experiences. I think any kind of acting, you kind of have to have some kind of personal experience to work from, because then it won't be real. If you're acting, then I think the audience can really see that. So just like Noelle, just like other people out there in the Midwest, they've, gone through something like this. So reading a script, when it feels right, it feels right mainly because I can identify with the character. And a lot of times it's fun to, when you read a character and you can kind of relate to it, it's kind of fun to explore that too and maybe try something new. And that's the fun part of acting.
And do you ever, say, make 3 or 4 different versions of this same character and then choose which one you think would work better?
Absolutely. I think that happens a lot of times on different takes, because a lot of doing the movie, you do a lot of different takes, and a lot of times that can get redundant and you're doing the same scene over and over again. So it's always fun to kind of elaborate and try a different choice, and even in the rehearsal process, or before you go to audition, I a lot of times work with my husband, who reads the lines with me, and we'll try different ways and see which fits right better. Sometimes you go in. And it's always also nice to have a couple different versions when you go to an audition, because then you can be like, do you want to see something else? And if you come, like the casting director might not have thought of something like that. So it's always good to have a few on the side.
And then once you get on set, once you've done that audition, do you tend to stick fairly close to exactly what you did in that audition room, or do you branch off a little bit and make it your own character?
Usually when you get the part, it's because of what you did in the audition room. So yes, I would say probably stick closest to that, but you never know, the director might have a different idea, or another character may come in and throw something completely different at you, which then will change your reaction. So more so than not, yes, but there is always leeway to kind of play around.
And with this whole Oscar nomination thing going on, this whole Oscar week, the actual event, do you have something that you're looking forward to most?
Our movie winning.
That is a good thing to look forward to.
That would be great.
Yeah. Well, I'm crossing my fingers for you. I hope everything goes well. Do you have other projects that you're currently working on, or are you focusing on this right now, and once this is done, you'll figure it all out?
I'm focusing on this. I have a few things that I'm kind of kicking around. So once this is all over and once it kind of dies down, then we'll see what comes next.
Good, and then we'll keep an eye out for Missy.
Great, thank you.
You're very welcome. I have one more question that I tend to ask each of my guests. It's actually about your sock choice.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering what socks you chose to wear today.
A black dress shoe.
Okay.
Yeah,
And do they both match?
they do both match.
Do they always?
Yes, actually, I think they always do, yeah.
And did you choose black just because it goes with your outfit, or do you generally wear black socks?
I generally don't wear socks, but when I have closed-toe shoes or heels, I usually go with like a black dress pant because that's usually a black shoe that I'm wearing.
So you like a little bit of freedom, and when it's the black dress sock, it's not so thick and constraining, right?
Exactly.
Good. I like it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anytime.